of products that my colleagues will speak about in the course of this conversation that will make you profitably enjoy the Nigerian market. At this point in time, my esteemed participants, I would again thank you immensely for joining us on this program. And I believe you find your time with us very exciting as a great step towards investing in the Nigerian market. Please sit back and enjoy the session. And my colleagues will tell you, you will ask your questions, we'll take your questions at the end of the session, and then we're open to join us on our various social media platforms. Thank you so much, and please stay safe and stay well. Thank you, Martha. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bao. Thank you very much. So I think we'll just delve into the business of the day. I'll invite Mr. Abidin to come on and give us his presentation. Today is about the investment clinic. It's not about us talking so much. So we're just going to delve into it. If Abidin is on the call, please, you have the floor now.
Thank you very much, Martha. And thank you very much, Mr. B, for that introduction.
Hello, I'm very proud of what are you doing here. I just want to say.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Abidin,
we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I've been told I have 20 minutes to run through my slide, and so hopefully I hope we have a very interesting deliberation at the end of it all. So Martha, the first slide, please.
Sorry, yo, man.
Mike.
Please, can you mute your mic if you are not speaking so that we can?
Yeah, so we can all enjoy the session. Thank you. Martha, the next page, please. Okay. I'm sure most of us here, we have one or two things that we do on a normal basis, you know, from Monday to Friday or probably even to Saturday. So I usually tell people investment is an opportunity for you to, you know, have something that hands you income aside from
hello, man. I am from Afghanistan, you know. I need money. I need some money. I'm from Afghanistan, please.
Please remove that man. Remove it.
Why you give me mute?
I think we're being hacked.
Why you give me mute, bitch?
Yeah,
I need money.
Martha, please, can you mute the mic? Everybody's mic apart from.
I am from Afghanistan. I eat meat bear, you know. It's very delicious.
Remove the man. What you ask is me. When I'm from Afghanistan, I need money.
Abidin, please unmute yourself, please.
Well, I think those are not Mutse Abdurrahman Ibrahim, Abidin Alade, Ayorin Thomas, and let me check.
Abidin, please, can you proceed?
Once again, sorry for that interference. So like I was saying, investment is just an opportunity for you to put your hard-earned money into use to earn something by the side. We saw with the advent of the ongoing pandemic, how important that is, that we are always prepared, that we have investment by the side that gives us something apart from, you know, our monthly salary. So investing in equities markets is one of the vehicles for doing that. I know we have mutual funds, we have bonds, we have treasury bills. Equity investments happens to be one of the vehicles that could allow us to do that. So I'm here today to just break it down, because I know that, like my colleague mentioned the other time, anytime you talk to investors about equities, the first thing that comes to their mind is the crash of 2008. right? Or the fact that equities investment is very, very risky, right? But day in, day out, you see professionals playing in that market and making money. So how do they do it? I want us to take time to ask ourselves that question. Why is it that people keep playing in the market if it's that risky? And how are they making the money in the market? And I'm probably sitting on the fence or not doing anything at all. Next slide. Next slide, Martha. So unlike mutual fund, equities investment is direct investment. In mutual fund, the fund manager pulls funds together, invest in risk-free investments, and share the returns to investors. But when it comes to equity investment, it's a direct investment, which means you are taking all the risks and as well all the returns as they come. So one of the basic rules of investing in equities is you want to buy low and sell high. So if I may ask all of us on this call, what we did at the peak of the pandemic around this time last year, I'm sure maybe more than 50% of us would have done nothing, right? When we saw Zenith Bank traded as low as 9 naira, GTB as low as 16 naira plus, Nestle shares as low as 600 and something naira, even United Capital, traded as low as 1 naira 90 kobo. Same thing happened when during the crash of 2008. We saw some ridiculous prices and you saw investment running away from the market. And I was happy that my MD quoted Warren Buffett during his speech when he said he's always very, very bullish when others are fearful and, fearful when others are greedy. So the normal action or the normal thing to do when the market is bearish is look for solid assets, right? Don't buy assets because they are cheap. When the market is bearish, it's a good time for you to take position in solid assets, strong assets. So why were we not buying Nestle shares when it came as low as 600 and something naira? Today, that same shares is going for 1,420 naira. That is in less than a year, right? Which is more than 100% return. There's no risk-free investment that would have given you that. Last year, rate was as bad as less than 1%. So if you had, put your money in, in treasury bills, a 1-year treasury bills, that will be expiring or maturing next month, you'll probably be getting, if you had bought it last year, you'll be getting 0.15%. At the peak of risk-free money last year, I think early last year, we got some at 2-3%. Right, but before the end of the year, it went as bad as 0.15%. Meanwhile, there was opportunity for investors to buy GTB at 16 naira plus. GTB is now trading today at 29 naira, which was after it was marked down for a 2 naira 70 kobo dividend. The same bank paid, in fact, last year when it was trading 16 naira, that was even Kundiv of 2019 dividend of 2 naira 50 kobo. They paid interim 30 kobo. That is already 2 naira 80 kobo in return. Then this year, they paid 2 naira 70 kobo. United Capital in the same period had paid 1 naira 20 kobo. 50 kobo last year, 70 kobo this year. That's one out. And the same share went for as low as 1 naira 90 kobo last year. Which means if you had invested in any of this, stocks, you would have gotten close to, in terms of dividend yield, United Capital will have given you more than 100% in dividend yield, right? But if you extrapolate that and take that out of your capital, almost what you have there now is just like purely returns. For your likes of GTB, you'd have gotten more than 20-something% in dividend yield alone. And when it comes to appreciation, in fact, before the end of last year, GTB was trading for 38 naira. I mentioned Nestle earlier on. So apart from the basic rule of having to buy when it's low and to sell when it's high, another thing I would like to add is that make sure that the money you are putting in equities has an horizon of at least 1 year. The mistakes I've seen investors make over time, I've had this conversation several times. I've had calls from friends, from family, from colleagues asking me, Abidin, where can I put this money for 2 months? I need quick bucks. Then you put your rent money, or you put your school fees, or you put your children's school fees, the money you might be needing in the next 2-3 months, then you put in equities. Then when the time comes, maybe, and our market is cyclical. We have periods of highs and we have periods of lows. So you have to understand that, which is why I always advise investors have like a 1 year time horizon, because in the period of the year, the highs and the lows will come, and you're able to sell, during the highs and come and reposition again during the lows, as against putting your money in the market for 1 month. So if you are not fortunate enough that in 1 month time the market will be in a bullish, a bullish run, you now be forced to take a loss, and you use that, you just generalize the market is bad, you can only make loss from the market. So apart from trying to buy low and selling high, make sure you have the money you're putting in the market has at least a 1 year time horizon. Equities market investment is for long-term investment, even though it has some short-term benefits in forms of dividend, in terms of in form of capital appreciation, but you need to obey the rule. We get our fingers burnt when we don't obey the rule. It's a long-term investment. It's not a 2 weeks investment or a 1 week investment. The fact that you've done it before and you were able to cash out in 1 month, in 1 week, in 2 weeks, doesn't mean the market cycle is always like that. I just thought to put that out there. So, and for equities investment, so I hear people, when I tell people buy when the market is down, you don't wait until you see the market gaining 2-3 days and you quickly rush in, and then the market is not gaining, let me quickly buy. No, the reverse should be the case. You should be buying when the market is low, such that when the market goes on that kind of bullish run, you assess your position and you sell when the need arises. Not to sell and take the money away, but you could sell, just allow the market to cool down so that you could now retake position. So when you buy today and you're watching your investment app and it's telling you you're -1, you're -2, mind you, you've not lost until you sell, right? And while you may be marking to market negatively, that doesn't stop you handing dividend on those investments. And at times when you accumulate all these dividends, you find out that you've made more than reasonable return on those investments. But because the app does not calculate your dividend, the dividend you've had, it's just looking at the cost price and the current market price. You might be your return might be really negative. And I can even assure you that is even temporary, because in the course of a year, like I said, in the course of a year cycle, there's always a period of high and a period of low. So it's you hardly see the market goes on the full 12 months. Even the first quarter, this first quarter that we said the market suffered a loss, January up until mid-February, the market was still in positive, right? So I won't be surprised if comes maybe May, June, we see another positive, right? So it's just to understand the cycle of the market. Next slide, Amata. So just how do we mitigate market risks? Right, before I jump into the technical part, I think one rule of the thumb that I usually tell my investor that is very, very important now is to make sure that when you invest in equity, please make sure you have access, you have online access, real online access. What that does is it prompts you to take action, right? At times when you invest in equities and you feel, I don't have the time to monitor these things, even when you are in money, you don't tend to know. And because the market, market moves like per seconds on a daily basis, except for Saturday and Sunday, market trades from Monday to Friday, except you have public holidays. And prices, once the market opens, you see prices moving by the seconds. So when you have online access to your account, just imagine, for instance, that you operate a banking account in Nigeria and you don't have online access. So if anything happens on your account, you don't get an alert. Right. So how do you know to call your bank that something funny is happening on your account and you're not aware? It might take a while and you might have suffered a very, very grievous loss before you're aware. So that is what online access does to you. When you have an online access and maybe once in a while or once in a day you're checking and you sell an investment is reading 50% up, why are you not selling? Right? Another thing, you shouldn't be greedy. I've had investors tell me once I do 20% return, I'm fine. And when the stock meets their target return and they tell you, are you sure this thing can do another 10-30%? Right? So you can't be greedy. When you reach your return target, you sell and you allow the market to cool down. Even at times you might find out that you're not even able to go back into the same investment. You wait, you go into something else. We have sectors and we have many listed company in each sector. So if the agri sector, for instance, is booming, I'm sure if you go out of one, you can always look for the second best there to position, right? So, but it's always good to be active. I know there are line of thought that feels maybe if you are passive, at the long run, you gain more, right? But because we know that there are lots of policy shifts in Nigeria at the moment, we're not that consistent in terms of policies. And each policy affects the way all these financial assets, how they behave. I mentioned last year when interest rate was very, very low, we saw equities investments, move sporadically and did 50% return. And this year we saw a reversal in yield environment, which means the equities market is not doing that well, while interest on fixed income investment is now doing well. So if you were to be passive, that means last year you wouldn't have taken advantage of equities market. You would have, bought and just leave them there, which means all your 50% return probably will now be 10% or 15%. So in a country like ours, where we churn out a lot of policies, you have to be active. And when you want to be active, you need technology, you need technology to prompt you. You don't want to be doing paper calculation. You want an access where you could see, with the click of a button, how your investments, how they are behaving, and you are asking your investors officer, you're asking for the right action to take at every point in time. So let me go back. So going back to mitigating the risks of investing in equity, what are those risks? Concentration risks. Like my dad will always tell me that don't put all your egg in one basket, right? That is what, in fact, that is synonymous to this concentration risk. So you want to invest in equities market. Don't put all your money in one stock. In fact, don't put all your money in one sector. I mentioned there are a lot of sectors, banking sectors, industrial, consumer goods. So what I tell my client is make sure that we have a telecommunication. And if you look at the ongoing pandemic, those sectors that it has favored, you find out that healthcare, they've really gained from this. Telecommunications have really gained from this. Banking sectors have really gained from this. And because of the NSAS and the fact that when it comes to infrastructure, we are still a little behind. The industrial sector, so your cement companies, they will continue to do well, right? So that is how you select your stocks. You look at the economy, and you look at government policy, and you look at what is happening around you, and you ask yourself, how can I take all this information? How can I take it to the bank? The only way to take it to the bank is to look at the leading ones, which is one of the advantages of having your company listed, right? So if we know that Dangote Cement is doing well, and Dangote Cement is not listed, how will you associate yourself with Dangote Cement? Other than you just giving them money because you're constructing one property, you're just buying cement. How do you get some of those money back? It's by investing in Dangote Cement. So that at the end of the year, when the company declares dividend, you get back some of the money you invested. The same thing with MTN, for instance, or your Airtel. During the pandemic, we've had to spend more on airtime, right? This meeting ordinarily, or this workshop ordinarily, 2-3 years ago would have happened maybe in an hotel or in a hall. We're now having it virtually, which means all of us were using data this morning, right? We're having to spend more on recharge card. So how do we get those, how do we get back from that money? We know these guys are making money off us. So how do we get, to benefit from such money, right? Is by investing in those companies. When you go to GTB, any GTB bank you go to, you see the queue. You see queue from inside the banking hall to outside the banking hall. Have you ever asked yourself, how do I get to benefit from this? Right? Is by associating yourself with GTB, by putting your money, investing in GTB. Right? That is how you get to benefit from this. So volatility risk. Volatility risk is the risk of price going up and down. And like I mentioned, it's not all bad. When price goes up, you take the opportunity to sell. When price comes down, that is when you want to buy, right? Liquidity risk is the risk of you having a company, investing in a company that people are not buying. And as such, you can't get your money out, at your your convenient time. So how do you mitigate that? My MD mentioned the fact that we have a research department. So you don't just invest because your friend tells you, I bought this company some years back and I made such a money from them. Are you sure that the condition of that company hasn't changed, right? So your investment decision has to be led by research. It has to be led by fundamentals. I mentioned one or two things that you could check. When they tell you this company is performing, you yourself, you know. I don't need to tell you next week is performing because I know a lot of us here, we have kids. So you buy beverages, you buy cereal. You ask yourself, who are the companies producing these things that we are consuming? How do I benefit from me buying this product? It's by investing in this company. So you know when a company is doing well, right? Why would you go and buy a Danone, for instance, when they don't even have a factory in Nigeria again? Right? So these are one or two things that you can check. So market risk. Market risk is something you can avoid, especially when you're investing in equities market in Nigeria. And like I mentioned, due to policy changes, different asset class, they react differently. So when interest rate is up, equities price tend to sluggish. And when interest rate is down, equity prices tend to fly. So you want to understand the market rate for you to know when to take advantage, either taking advantage to sell or taking advantage to buy. And so what are the mitigants? Like I mentioned, concentration rates, make sure you are well diversified. Volatility rates, make sure your investment, you go long. I mentioned having at least 1 year time horizon. Liquidity risk, invest in liquid stocks. Make sure your decisions are research-based. They are not based on emotion. Market risks, have a stop loss. So I've had people that say, okay, I don't have appetite for this market or I can't cope with the risks. So what do you do? What I tell investors, when you go into the market, have like a base case scenario that maybe my risk appetite can only take 5%. So if you have a position and you're looking at your online app and it's telling you you've lost 5%, then if that is your base case risk appetite, you cut your loss there. You look into something else. But let me tell you, before you cut your loss, at times your app may be telling you are losing 5%. But what if that same investment is giving you 10% in dividend yield? You know you are not losing. Even if your price has dipped 5%, in return, if you do the plus and minus, you are negative, you are plus 5. So you need to consider that before you pull the trigger. Next slide, please. Right. So mistakes that we need to avoid as an investor. So you ask yourself, when you tell people, I reference the time of the pandemic when we saw some horrible prices. UB at 4 naira, Access Bank at 5 naira, Zenith at 9 naira. Go and check all those companies now. They are doing more than double those prices. And when you tell investors then, you hear them telling you, I'm waiting for the market to bottom out. There's nothing like you catching the market at the right time. You just have to do your analysis, buy quality assets when you think their prices are low. Low is relative. Low last year will not be the same low this year. And it may not be the same low next year. The most important thing is that at every time, when those assets are cheap, you are buying them. And when they are high is also relative. The fact that the company did 200% return last year does not mean that the same company will do 200% return this year. Don't forget, I said you can't be greedy. So you might have gotten maybe a 10%, a 50%, 60% on an investment last year. This year, the fundamentals, market dynamics might mean that you get 30% this year and you quit. And you wait again for the price to reverse so that you can retake your position. So don't invest with emotion. The fact that you've made money in ICO insurance before doesn't mean that ICO is the right stuff for you to buy today. Expecting overnight return doesn't happen in equities, like I mentioned. Always go long. Don't put your rents, don't put your wedding money in equities market. Have the money that you know you could live in the market for at least 1 year, such that you see all the cycles. The gain time will come for you to sell, the downtime will come for you to buy. But when you have short-term money, the risk is too high because you are relying, or you are relying on the market doing a low and a high within that short period of time, which in practice may not be the case. And then investing without a plan, like I mentioned, there should be a plan. You should have, so when you go into a position, what is your return expectation? And when you are going to a position, are you planning to gradually, because I've seen investors that tells you, okay, you know what, I want to take position in MTN. But what I want to do is I want to build MTN to an extent where in 10 years' time, when I'm retiring, I want to be getting 5 million dividend from it, 10 million dividend from that company on a yearly basis. So, you know, such an investor is not buying to be trading it. He wants to accumulate it. It's like a retirement plan. The investor wants to accumulate. So at every point in time, I tell the investor that every year, look out for MTN when it's cheap. So you buy, right? That one is there. You book that one. You wait next year. You look at the lowest. When it's at the lowest, you buy, right? So I have a plan. But if the plan is I want to buy the low, sell the high, that is also a plan. Then if that's the plan, then I ask you, what's your return expectation? 20%. Please, if your return expectation is 20%, stick by it. Don't, when it gets to 20, don't say maybe this thing can get to 40. That is how you now lose your 20, you're now back to 15, and you now feel, you know what, maybe, okay, I'll wait for you to get back to 20 before I sell. Then you go to 5. Then you say, now I can't even sell because I'm making loss. So these are common mistakes that we need to watch. Next slide, Martha. Next slide, please. Yes, live trading. So I hear my colleague talk about, you know, people talking about their experiences, how they lost money in 2008, how they think the equities market is not good for them. And I just feel, so when we put all this together, we feel the problem was really that of information gap. So then in 2008, when you hardly see any firm with real-time trading platform. And even the ones that had platform then, the investors themselves cannot eat the market. So it's just like a collection app, like an app that takes orders, but can't execute. So you send in your orders, the orders goes to the stockbroking firm, and they in turn now take it to the market, right? But what we have now is direct access to the market. So anywhere you are in the world, once you have internet access, you can access your portfolio and you can take action immediately, right? With live trading app now, as an investor now, you can open your account, fund it, right? Execute your mandate without anybody interfering. And the reason why people lost money then, we are all human. So I'm on the floor of the exchange now. I have portfolio that I trade for the company. And I have like hundreds of clients as well that I trade for. And something is happening now. Maybe a result just dropped and the market is uploading a stock, right? I ought to be selling that of my company and I ought to be selling that of my client because my company is carrying huge volume and you are carrying not too much volume. Which one do you think I want to sell for? Even professionally, I should be selling your own first. But because this guy pays my salary, and when I get to the if I don't sell everything, I might get queried, right? So I prioritize that of my company above everyone else. And when I come back, or maybe the market couldn't take everything, that means I won't be able to sell for all my clients. Then they come, I get back to the market, and I'll be telling them, they'll now be asking me, why did you think our portfolio lost today? I'll tell them, some bad results came into the market, and the market went bearish and all that. So you know what? Send in your mandate, then tomorrow we'll sell. In fact, some of them, they wouldn't even know what happened until I come back from the market. But meanwhile, I would have front-run them. I would have done some beats for the company. So tomorrow, by the time their mandate is coming, you know, the whole is no longer in news again. Everybody in the whole world already knew what happened, and they are flooding the market to sell as well. So before you know it, the buyers are thinking, you know what, we won't buy now. We'll wait. It seems the selling pressure is a lot. So it's possible that this pressure pushes price downward further, right? So you see investors carrying the can because they were acting on stale news. But with live trading platform now, everybody tends to see the news at the same time. That is, if you care. Everybody tends to see the news at the same time, which means we can all act at the same time. It's not like I'm already running the race and before you even get to know about it. That is what an online trading app does for you. And I can tell you for a fact, with Invest Now, you're able to eat the market, you know, as you deem fit. The speed of execution is fast. You're seeing the market even the way I'm seeing it, right? So it's like that. If you want to sell, you're selling now. You want to buy, you're buying now. You don't need to even call me, right? You might call me if you feel maybe you have like 3-4 investment choices to make, and you want to just get a professional touch as to which one I feel you should be going into. Then we'll have that discussion. But in terms of spiritual execution, you have the same as I do. So I'm not taking advantage of any information right before you do. Next slide. So like I just mentioned now, it allows you to open your account, fund the account, trade your account, and because we have some other business units within the investment, within the United Capital Group, we have a trustee arm, we have an asset management arm. So it allows you to do all these other businesses as well. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, so what do you need to open an account? You don't need to have, with zero balance, you can open an equity trading account on our platform. You get daily market updates, weekly stock recommendation, real-time stock recommendation, timely and efficient execution, like I said, ease of monitoring your portfolio as well. Next slide. And for you to open an account, what do you need? You need a passport photograph. You don't even need a passport photograph. You can snap one with your phone, right? You can just snap one with your phone and you're good to go. You need a utility bill that is not older than 3 months, right? You need a recognized ID card. It could be the data page of your international passport. It could be your voter's card, your driver's license. Any of those will suffice. And once you snap them, you are good to go. All you need to do is log on to download the app, fill the form, attach these KYC documents, you send it, and we'll be reaching out to you in no time to advise you on your account details and how you can fund your account as well. I mentioned 2008 crash, and I think my friend, my colleague Mata, talked about it earlier on, which brought us to these products for us to try and bridge the gap, for us to try and make sure that investors are able to harness, values from their investment. So we call this product U-Trace. What U-Trace does, because you find out there in 2008 when they were buying stuff, even some of us, we didn't even know what it entails. Some of us, I can assure you, some didn't even know that when you buy shares, you hand dividend, or when you buy shares, you hand bonus, script issue that most of us call bonus issue. A lot of us didn't know then. All we knew was our friends were buying shares and they said they are making money from it, and we are giving them money, please help me buy as well. All right. So most of us, for those investments, we can't even track them, because don't forget that these are areas when you buy, you use your home address or you use one PO box address, such that at the end of the day, when the companies or the companies registrars, when they're issuing dividend payments or script issues that we call bonuses, it's sent to this home address. And some of us, we've changed homes several times. Some of us, we've even relocated. So how do we derive value from such stuff? The good news is, when it comes to investing in capital markets, no matter how long the age of your investment is not lost. That is a good thing. Because I know for some of us, we are not even aware. So the fact that you bought those shares in 2008 and you don't have any physical evidence in terms of certificates to account for it, that doesn't mean you can't still get value from your investment, or you can't get your investment today. You can. All we need to know is, let us have the name in which that investment was made. In fact, if you want to even make our work super easy, give us an idea of the companies that you bought, personally bought them, or that you gave someone money to buy on your behalf. With such details, we are able to help you comb the registrars that are concerned, get information, current information. So because I know some of us, we felt we only bought 1,000 then. But what if you had invested in a GTB that had done 1-for-1 bonus in the past, or another 1-for-4, 1-for-6? And when they say 1-for-1, what it means is, for every 1,000 share you have in that company, we are giving you another 1,000. When they say 1-for-4, that means whatever you have with us, divided by 4, we are giving you a free, issue of that quantum to add to what you have with us. So when they say we've paid dividend of 2.70 kobo, what it means is they are paying you 2.70 kobo on every holding. So if you have 1,000, they are paying you 2.70 kobo times 1,000, 2,700 dividend. And most of these companies, they've been paying since then. So imagine you have an investment in 2008 or 2007 that you know nothing about today. You've not gotten anything. So interest, dividend would have accrued on such investment for over 13 years. You'll be surprised if you put in some effort, to trace that investment and check the value today, especially if you had invested well. You had invested in GTB, your First Bank, your UBE. I can assure you, those investments can never be the same. If you, just put in that effort to get, trace those investments today for you to harness the value. So what do you need to do? All you need to do is the same thing. You need to open an account with United Capital. Then you give United Capital a mandate to help you trace such investment. We won't take any money from you upfront, but we'll be taking our running expenses from whatever we recover on your behalf at the end of the day. So it's a win-win. If they give us the mandates and we comb the registrar and we couldn't recover anything, you're not paying a dime, right? But if at the end of the day we are able to recover X amount for you, you'll be paying a percentage of that to cover our own running expenses as well. Believe me, we are not doing a new trade because for profitability, but we feel it's just a way for us to contribute our quota, into government endeavors to bring more people into the investing environment, or bring more people into the capital market. Next slide. Yeah, so I've spoken to the benefits of this. It's able to reconcile client investment, recover and dematerialize of all your share certificate, recovery of outstanding dividend, revalidation of sale dividend, consolidating your account. Because during that time as well, we had instances where, because several stockbroking firms were approaching people, you have instances where you see a single investor with 10 investment with 10 stockbroking firms. With UTrace, we are able to help you, consolidate this investment so that for ease of monitoring and for you to really maximize the return on your investment. Next slide. Yes, so I think at this point, I'll stop here for my colleague Martha to take us through, how to invest using our trading app. And I think at this note as well, I need to thank every one of you for taking out your time on this lovely Saturday to be part of this investment clinic. I hope to answer all your questions during the Q&A session. And I want to assure you, we don't take this for granted. Thank you very much. Back to you, Martha. Hello, Martha.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Abidin. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was just having a little glitch. So I was trying to switch my devices to another device so you see me better. So thank you very much, Abidin. Thank you to everybody on this call. I hope you've been able to understand a little bit about stockbroking, but it's a journey. It's obviously a journey. We're going to go with you on this journey. So basically, it's just like you being a shareholder of a company and all the companies you admire. I know when you hear that people are shareholders in UBA, shareholders in United Capital, shareholders in Transcorp, you're like, oh, wow, you too could be a shareholder. So it's just basic and simple. You buy at lower prices and you sell at higher prices. That's how you make your money. And you also have dividends. So most of these companies will pay you dividends because you give them their money to run their businesses. So they will pay you dividends for that. So how do you know? And you're wondering, oh, how do I know when to buy at low and high? Abidin talked about our robust research team. So that's why we're a company. We're just here to cut all the gaps for you, but we let you make the decision. We have research that goes out every Monday advising on what you can buy. We tell you, so we do our survey on the companies you can buy in. We do our surveys on the company you should sell, and we do our survey on the companies you should hold. So you have no problem. Even when you're going to be on the platform that I'm about to take you on, this is a live session, I'm going to take you on this platform now. When you go on this platform now, you get to see that this platform enables you just go straight and trade. But there's also provisions for you to be able to get our research materials. I know most of you are just interested in making money. You don't really want to know how it happens. That's why we're going to do the job for you. So thank you very much, Abin. I'll go quick into the live session of our trading platform so we don't waste so much time. But I need to put that before you can go on this platform, you actually need to go on investnow.ng to open an account. So when you go on investnow.ng, you say on the dashboard, you don't need to, you see securities reading there. You just click on securities and it opens stockbroking. You scroll down and you see open accounts. So it's simple and easy. You don't have to fill any form. Just fill all the requirements there, and you attach your required KYC documents, and you'll be contacted by United Capital when your account has been opened. So now I'll take you to my browser to see how our online trading platform works. Just a moment, please. Okay, so we're here. So when you go to your browser, I hope everybody can hear me. When you go to your browser, you click, you type in, you impute trade.investnow.ng, and you just go and it brings you to this homepage. This is a homepage to browsing. Don't forget that you don't have a username now if you are still, you don't have a username now if you are not a customer of United Capital yet. So when all that, the account is open, you'll be sent your username. So when you come to the box where you have username, you input your username, you input your password, and you click on go. So this is it, this is a dashboard. So this makes you look like a mini trader. Like this is the dashboard. So if you look to the right where you have UCAPS NSC. So what this box just shows you the time, the market is open. The market is usually open Mondays to Fridays, 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So anything outside that period, you can't place any trade. If you want to trade live and direct, you need to trade between 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So this is just, it just shows you an overboard, your dashboard, shows you your current balance and all that. But I won't bore you so much. So we'll go to the menu. You click here, this is the menu. It opens you up. The first thing you need to do before you trade is to fund your account, right? So you just scroll down to fund account, you click on fund account, and you click here. I hope you can see my cursor. Yeah, you click here. It says add a new payment. So basically what you need to do here is just input your amount. So it populates your name already and your details. So you just input the amount you want to fund and click on pay. So it asks you, say yes, redirects you to another page. We won't go further from this page because we needed the card details here. So what you do is put your card details here. Please, your card details are saved. I have people who's asking me questions. I don't want to put my details here. You're not saving it. You're only requested to put your card details at every point you want to fund the app. So when you do all that, you pay, you click on pay, it redirects you on that page to ask for your authentication code that will be sent to your phone. So I think we can leave here now. So when you funded, it hits your account immediately. That's the good thing about it. It hits your account immediately and you're good to trade. So you scroll down to trade to market view. So yeah, you click on market view. So what market view does is that it shows you the whole market view. Mind you, this platform is connected directly to Nigerian Stock Exchange. So you can see everything that's happening on the board. This is this is the blue board and this is the red board. So the blue board is for demands to buy. The red boards is demands to sell. So you see everything's going on. So you see, like, for example, if you see United Capital here, you see the total amount of quantity that is being traded. You can see the best, well, you can see the most sought after companies by their volume being traded. But for you, you want to trade now. So you can see the buy and the sell functionality up here. So what you do is that because you're a newbie, most of these numbers, most of these companies are tagged with symbols. You may not be able to, you may not really maybe know their symbol. So for someone who doesn't know the symbol, you could scroll down here to find what you want to buy. You could just scroll down. So I'm going to work with some names. So let's say we're looking for United Capital, because United Capital is actually listed too. So yeah, this is it. So you click here and it says buy, you click on buy. So this is the board. So basically what this just does is that it already populates most of the things for you. So order type, limits, or markets. Should I go into this now? Yeah. So limit basically is just you putting a limit price. Most of the time, we advise people to use limit prices when they are very conversant with the market. When you read our research reports, when you know how the market works, you might have monitored the market for a while and you're like, okay, I think I want to sell at 540 because I know that it's possible to get 540. But if you're not, we advise you to go with market price. So market price is that whatever it's trading at that moment is it's the price is going to be used to be purchased for you. Then time in force. For newbies, I would advise you to click on day. Like I said, this is a journey, and as we go on this journey, we can always explain every other thing to you. So I'm not going to go too technical, just click on day order. So day order is that it's going to be executed during that day. So even when you impute your order immediately, if it does not get to be executed immediately, it will be executed before the market closes. Assuming the market does not close, it cancels out itself. The market will close at 2:30. Assuming it doesn't get executed before the market closes at 2:30, it cancels out itself, because I told you market closes at 2:30. Then you have to come back. Then here is quantity. So I want to buy 100 units. You click on 100. So it gives you a consideration. So consideration basically is just, I clicked limit price. So limit price here, I clicked market price, sorry. So the market price is at 540. So what this means is that when the market closed yesterday, Friday, 2:30, United Capital shares closed at 540 kobo. That's what it means. So you click and shows you 540 naira, then you submit. This order won't go now if I click on submit. You need to click twice on submit. It won't go now because the market is, yeah, so trading market session not available. That's it. So we close it. So assuming you already know the symbols, you can just come here and click. So yeah, UBA. So you click search. So it brings you to UBA. Yeah, you click here and you decide to buy yourself. So that's like a sell. So this is the sell. So, maybe sometimes you wanted to click on buy and you didn't know you clicked on sell. The colors are there to remind you. Blue is buying, red is selling. So red is like danger, pink, you're giving away, you're reducing. Yeah, blue is that you're adding. Yes, so this is the same thing, limit, day, quantity, consideration, total amount, and you close. You submit, double submit, but if you also, there are different ways. I'm just showing you all the ways. If you already have an idea of the market, of the companies you want to buy, and you know the name, you could just click directly on buy, and you say, but let's leave this. Like I said, it's a journey, and I want to be able to go on this journey with each and every one of you. So let's go back to the menu. Don't forget, this is menu. So some people ask, oh, where can I get other things? So you see here, we have, you click on the price and volume charts. Just a minute. So we have a report. You can always daily price list. So you can say that you want the price list from maybe for this. And yes, it's either maybe you want it for UBA and you're on. So this is the date I picked, April 10th. So UBA opened at 7 naira, closed at opened at 7 naira, closed at 7 naira. This was the volume traded, 5.7 million. This is the value. So the platform, trust me, is very robust. It's very, very robust. And like I said, I'm not going to go into so much detail so I don't bore you, but you can see that the platform is very understandable if you go on this journey with us, and you won't regret it, trust me. So there are other things you can do, my reports. So you don't need to like call your account officers or call the customer service for your reports. You can check in on your statement of accounts, purchase contract note. So every time you make a purchase, a contract note is sent to your email automatically to just show you the breakdown of everything. Of course, we're not running in business free. We have brokerage charges, very, very, very little charges. And we also have charges for SEC and CSCS. They're very, very, trust me, you would not even notice it. But the contract note breaks down everything for you to see how it was, how your money was utilized, how your money was spent. And yeah, like I said, we'll always send emails. So when there's an issue, I wouldn't necessarily say there's an issue. When we feel the need for you to sell off your stock, we'll always communicate it to you and say we're advising you, but the power lies in your hands. We're just here to prepare the way, open the way for you to be able to trade, and to also support you with our research and support you with our analysis and support you with all the information you need. So yes. So basically this is it. So when you sign on with us, you can go through everything. I've told you, Jermaine, you can go through everything and just read through it, and always ask us when you need so let's assume you're reading through everything and there's some things you do not understand. Click here, come to dashboard. Sorry. Just a minute. Yes. Dashboard and quick help. So quick help basically, quick help helps you understand, helps you read through the app. Because I know a lot of people also want to be able to read and understand things themselves. They want to match it with everything you're telling them because it involves their money. So you could also read through here, the quick help. Then if you have an issue, service request, you just add it here and put whatever request you have, select the issue, and you send. I think when I put some stuff and yeah. So basically select the issue. Let's assume the issue you have doesn't fall under any of this, or you don't understand, don't worry, just click anything so that your request can go, and just write what you, whatever complaints you have. If it's with understanding the app, if it's with your transactions, if it's anything, just click it here and press send. And immediately you'll be reached out by our customer service team to resolve whatever issue you have. So let's, this is it, let's log out. So for you to log out, please always log out. Yes, log out. Since we're here, I can as well just do a quick, of how to open the account. So investnow.ng, yes. When you come here, you click on securities, yes. Scroll down and you have open your account. Yes, so this is it. Yes, so just fill in all the details, don't worry, you don't need any form. You don't need any form. Yeah, so just fill the details as required. Yes. Very simple, very easy on one page, helps you. And you attach all the documents here. So how, some people are like, oh, I can't scan. Oh, you don't need to scan. You just make sure you get a clear picture. So maybe if you need to open your windows, just make sure you get a clear picture of your documents, just snap it and save it on your phone and you attach it. So if you're using your laptop, you can send it, don't worry, send it to your laptop and save it as an image. Or if you're using your phone, just use it on your phone too and just attach and continue. You'll be contacted by us. If there's any issues, obviously we'll reach out to you, but we'll definitely get your details. You do not need to fill any form. These times are changing. Yes, so. Okay, so we'll go back to the slide so I can round up what we have on the side. And we'll take the Q&A. No, I'm seeing a lot of questions. Please, we'll take the Q&A. Very, very important. We'll actually take it. Just Hold on a bit. Okay, so yeah, basically, so this is a trade.investnow.ng. To open your account, investnow.ng. Yes, investnow.ng is United Capital's investment platform. We are your one-stop shop for everything investment, financial solutions, and we're happy you're going on this journey with us because there are a lot of wonderful things we're working on that's going to be reaching everybody very soon. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so we leave it on this screen so you can take out the numbers or email addresses of the people you need to contact while we go on with our Q&A. So I'll read out some of the questions and Abidin would answer, and anyone I can answer, I would also provide my answer. So Abidin, please be on standby because you have a lot of questions that have been asked here.
Okay, Macha.
Okay, so there's someone saying, please send the training slides to participants. Omaka Paul, so you have our details. We have specific things to suit your need. So whatever you need, just send to us. We might not be able to send the slide, but we can definitely send what you need to suit your personal need. And for the functional email addresses and phone numbers, they're on the screen right now for you to be able to take them. How will you guys? So Adebola Obayan says, how will you guys inform us investor that these shares, inform us investor that their shares that should interest us? I would leave these very, very technical questions for Abidin, but I think I should just go straight to this. So like I said, when you're on this platform, you can always log in to check out our market view and check out what is happening. And we have, like when you open an account, you are added on our email, on our mailing list. You always get a mail every morning, every Monday morning on the stocks you should buy, the stocks that will interest you. And peradventure, you don't want to read emails, and you can follow us on social media, United Capital PLC on Instagram. We share our stock recommendations there every week. Then the next question is from Arinde Joel. Please, is live trading platform an organization or a software and app? So the live trading platform, it's actually our investment platform. It's very, 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 I think it's even more powerful than an app. We don't have it in the mobile app version now. We just have it on web. That's why you have to go at trade.investnow.ng. So basically what it is that we are connected. I told you we're registered with SEC and NSE. We are registered. We've been in business for over 50 years. So we're connected directly to live trading. So what that just does is our platform is a web platform, belongs to us, but you can log in there and see the market view through United Capital's license, and you can also make your trade that hits the market straight with our advice. And yeah. Abdurrahman Ibrahim Usman says, hello, my name's I invested in money market fund last year and I withdrew some of my money, so how can I invest in it again? Abdurrahman Ibrahim, so please just take our numbers are here. You can send us an email. I'm screenshotting this now so I could take out your name and we'll be in touch with you on how you can reinvest in your money market funds. Thank you. Adebola Obayan says, those in diaspora do not have Nigerian utility bill. As long as you have a utility bill that, so the whole point about utility bill is that it needs to confirm your address. You know, like I said, we are regulated. If it was left to us, probably maybe we won't ask you for that. But it's needed by our regulators. We need to confirm where you stay. We need to confirm that the address you put with us as a customer is real, and you didn't just pick up any address. So basically, the address where you stay, wherever you are. I have diaspora clients who give us the diaspora addresses, and they give us utility bills of their diaspora addresses. That's fine. If you give us that, we'll be fine with that. And Nosime says, please, we need a how-to tutorial on the new InvestNow platform, Trade.investnow. The interface and usability is way different from the previous platform. And Nosime, I hope I pronounced your name properly. We hear you, we see you, we've heard a lot of this, and we actually have a trading manual. Yes, we do. So last week we sent out some nuggets on how to fund, and we attached the trading manual. This trading manual was sent to our universe of clients. But eventually you didn't get it, you can always reach out to us and we will send it to you immediately. And the reason why it's different is because we're advancing. Everybody wants to do better here. We want to serve you better. We did that so that you can have unlimited access to our platform, straight to the live trade. We want you to hit it as it's hot. How did they say as it's hot? We need you to hit the market as it's working. We want you to see what's happening. We're making you mini traders. Like you're putting it, it's your decision, you're saying it. You know, you get what I mean. So that's why it's different, yes. But with time, we just launched in February. With time, everybody get acquainted with it, and we'll find easier ways to make you, our dear clients, understand it. Emenie Basi says utility bills are becoming a hassle as a requirement. Are there any other alternatives? I would have answered that, but my boss is on the call, so I think my boss should take that question. So
no matter. So for utility bill, an investor can also use the front page of their bank statement if it carries that address. Right. So you want to the essence of utility bill is to have something that confirms the address you have on your account opening form. So if you don't have a utility bill, for instance, that could confirm that if your bank statement, if you have the same address with your bank, you could use the front page of the bank statement. I think we can work with that. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, so Galaxy 810 says, my major concern is with getting dividends via e-mandates. E-mandates are the only way, it's the only way presently that you can get your e-dividends electronically. So these days, they do no longer send the checks that you send to your houses or your addresses. If you have your e-mandates, eventually it gets processed. I know that, yes, we're in Nigeria, yes, just fill it, it will get processed. It might not get processed in a day, but eventually you get processed. Eventually sounds like it's a long time. No, it's not a long time. Just fill it. You know how it works. When you talk to us, we tell you what to do with your bank and you get it back to us and we process it. A lot of people are getting their dividends. Just fill it and patience with us. Yes, you get it. Modupe says, what's the percentage paid on recovery through Utrace? So do you want to take that question?
Yeah, so at the moment it's 10%, right? But if you have good volume, that is also negotiable. So I know when you hear 10%, you're afraid. No, 10% on let's say 1,000, that is just 100 naira. You have to agree with me that might not even be enough for us to take care of our own expenses. But like I mentioned, it's not Utrace wasn't brought into play for profit purposes alone. We just felt it's also a way for us to contribute to increasing the financial literacy and bringing in more people into the capital market. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm seeing some people raising their hands. Please, if you're raising your hands, please, if you don't mind, could you please type your questions in the box and we'll read everything. Thank you very much. So we have Galaxy 810, please, could you send me, I'm seeing another concern here. This is very personal to you. So could you take my email address on the screen right now and send me an email and would communicate from that. Okulande is an excellent one. Thank you. More of this, please. Thank you very much, Okulande. Yes, that's one of our initiatives to bridge the gap. I mean, we are onto a lot of investment clinics for our clients, and we always. So what you need to do, you need to be a customer, and you need to follow our Instagram handles, our Instagram pages, and Facebook and Twitter, and you always get details when we have an investment clinic coming up. Thank you very much. Indijeka says, what's the best time to buy each equity? I personally would say the best time to buy is when the prices are very low, but I don't know if Mr. Abidin would want to say more on that.
Yeah, you are spot on there, Martha. Like I mentioned earlier on, the best time to buy is when prices are low, but that doesn't mean you're just buying any stock because the price is low. You also want to buy because it's low and that the company is performing, right? So don't look for the cheapest stock on the platform. Look for the solid stocks, but are trading low at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that, sir. So there's another question saying, if you had mandated your account previously, will the account, I guess the person said, will the account still be credited? Yes, if you've mandated your account previously, the account is still be credited. But just in case you know that you didn't get my account, I'm not getting dividend, you can always reach out to us. Like I said, issues will always arise when it has to do with processing or communication. Then we can always reach out to the registrars on your behalf as your stockbrokers to notify them about it, and we can always resolve it. So that's not a problem. How can I retrieve my stock from UBA Share Plus of 2008 at AMCON? So Sheol, please, if you can see the screen here, please kindly.
Okay, so Martha, let me just briefly speak to that.
Send an email. This is
okay. Hello, Martha, can you hear
sorry,
me?
were you going to say something?
Yes, on
yes,
Share
I
Plus.
can.
Okay, so let me briefly speak to that. I'm assuming Sheung was formerly of UBA, right? So for you to resolve issues on Share Plus, you need to liaise with the guy in UBA custodian, right? So they'll put you through. I think they even have a platform for that. So you go there, you check your balance, you check whatever balance you also have with them. Once you define that, they'll take you through the process of, you know, getting your deed of release and having your shares transferred into your personal account. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, so Siri says, I came on board your platform in October last year and have been buying shares. Will I receive dividends from companies I've bought so far who have announced dividends? Yes. So that's the whole point of dividends. When you buy companies, buy the stocks of companies who declare dividends, obviously you will, but you need to have them mandated. So Cyril, you need to check if you have if you feel any dividend. If you haven't, please reach out to us. Like I said, we have our contact on the screen right now. So you can always communicate this to us and we pick it from there. Then Samuel says he needs this video. I'm sure he needs this video because of a tutorial. Samuel, we have many ways to be able to pass that information to you. So just send us an email. Whatever you need, we'll communicate it to you. Thank you very much. Okunlade Michael says, how do I carry along my new CHN? I don't want to open a new one. Okay. Yeah. So Okunlade, you can actually transfer your new CHN, but opening a new one is faster than transferring the previous one. So I know that you're saying if I open a new one, I do not want to maintain two CHN. So for people who don't know, CHN is clearinghouse number. So like I said, we are listed on the clearing securities system, and that is outside us. Like it's not just like that's where the record. So provincial anything happens, the record is always going to be with CSCS. Yes, if you don't want that, you can open a new CHN. Yes, with us. And in the process of moving your previous CHN, when it actually gets moved through us by your previous brokers and CSCS, will actually merge it into one and you get to pick the number or the account you want to maintain. So that's not a problem. The decision is yours. You can always reach out to us, like I said. Injegasi, please show us how to make.
Hello, Martha. Yeah, sorry for interjecting. If I may add to that, another way for a client to maintain the same CHN number is to quote that CHN when you're opening the account. So, you know, when you're opening an account, there's a DCS form, and there's also the CSS part, right, where you are asked to put in your account number. The only one you can't maintain an account number before, because that one has to do with each houses. But for the client to maintain the same CHN number, you have to quote it on your form. Once you quote it on your form, when we're sending it to CSCS, they will retain the same CHN number for the client, right? So that is another way. Instead of opening a new one at margin, you can actually quote your former one, the CHN number, so that they will know that you have an existing CHN number that you intend to maintain. I don't know if that helps. Thank you.
Okay, perfectly, helps very well. Thank you very much, sir. Is there any chat view we need to look out for? Yeah, like I said, we have these things on our InvestNow app, but we also have them sent manually. So that's where you see all the nitty-gritties and everything. Research has put it together for you. In case you don't understand anything, you can always reach out to us and we get our research guys to explain them to you. So Mr. Bawo, our MD and CEO, has asked that you could send your request to his address is bawu.orishajafor. I think it's in the chat, so you could check it at unitedcapitalplcgroup.com to enable us to give you the market updates and companies that are paying dividends. Yes, so you can send it and you get attended to immediately. Thank you. And just before I go, so I don't forget, for people asking about the video, so this video is going to be on our YouTube page. You can go United Capital PLC. It's always going to be there for you to play as many times as you want to play. Okay. Hi. Okay, so Jide Ajala says, hi, thanks for this great presentation. If I don't have time to trade, can you help? Jide, we are ready, every angle you want, however you want it, we're ready for you. Reason we're doing this that times are changing and a lot of people want to be able to do things themselves. They want to lie on their bed and make their decisions, their financial decisions. Yes, that's why we have this. You can go straight, but if you don't have time, so there's another thing we're bringing very soon on the platform. We're just working on it. You can keep your mandates even when the market is not open. So when you're free weekend, you can just settle down and read all the research and say, oh, okay, I think I have. You read it. So there's a place to create mandates, like I said, and you just put the mandate there. So whenever the market opens, you can just upload the mandate. So what you do, you just move it and go around your daily business. If you still do not want to do that, while we're here, we could still help you. You could do it traditionally with us by sending us an email, like any of these emails here. You could do it else. Just send an email that I want to trade now and I don't have time, and we'll tell you what to do and how to fund and how we're going to trade for you. So we also can trade for you if you do not have time and you don't want to be on the platform. But I encourage everybody to be on the platform because yes, it's a different thing. It's a very, very, very different time, and it gives you a very good user interface to see what you're putting your money into. Injeka says, answer my question. I don't know. I think I'll scroll up Injeka. I don't want to miss out anybody's question. Okay, Injeka says, how can I withdraw on the new platform? Injeka, I would have gone back, but you can send us an email, like I said, and we'll say everything you need is in our trading manual. You can also send an email if you still have concerns and would put you through. I see you use Paystack. Can you use PayPal? So these things are automated here. So it's not a choice of you to switch. If you're funding through our platform, it's powered by Paystack. If you're using PayPal, maybe that's, I don't know, maybe you want to fund manually through there. But once you're using our platform, it's powered by Paystack. It's automated. It's not for you to change or anything. Yes, thank you. I hope I answered that question properly. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, someone is already answering them via chat. Oh, okay. So someone is already replying via chat. My colleague is already replying via chat. So okay, that's good. Do I need to open a trading account if I'm already registered on InvestNow? When you say registered on InvestNow, David, I don't know. Like when you say registered on InvestNow, you already have an account. You know, I said earlier, we have various investment products from all our businesses. So if you have an account, when you just say you open an account to one and you want to open a trading account, you've not opened a trading account. No, that's fine. Just send an email to customer service and notifying them that, oh, I already have an account and I want to open a trading account, and they'll put you through. Or you can still go to the route of the route I explained earlier, where you go there, click on stockbroking and open an account. Anyone is fine. But you could also send an email. I guess maybe you don't want to have to share your KYC documents again, but anyone is very fine. Bola Share says investors from abroad are having difficulties in getting their dividends, and an easier way to streamline the payment of dividends. Bola, thank you for this question. Left to me, if it was 100% in our power, United Capital, we pay your dividends. We pay your dividend even before it's paid. That's how much we love our customers. That's how much efficient we are. But when we have to deal with third party, we have to follow their procedures. And the procedure right now says, the procedure, Bola, I think I've attended to you. Yes, the procedure, and you have to go to the banks, and you have to bring it through us and all. So when you're not taking it through the bank, it takes a little bit of a longer process because it's not been updated through your bank. But eventually everybody gets paid. Nobody's taking your dividends will get paid. And we're also still working on innovations that we can present to our third-party organizations on how to serve our clients better. Everybody's racking their head. We're working on ways to serve you better. Everything is changing. If anybody's not changing, they'll be left behind. So we're working to make sure that everything's easier for everybody, both Nigeria, both local and diaspora clients. Thank you very much, Bola. 10%, Aki, Abiodun says 10% is too high for recovered dividends. But he already explained that 10% of 1,000 Naira is 100 Naira. And when it's very high, when the amount is tuned to millions, it can be renegotiated. But at least I say, when you say 10% is too high, presently we reclaim dividends that are not up to 500,000 or 1 million Naira for free. Yes, it's a value add service. The cost is on us. All the costs, everything, we actually do that. That's what we've been doing. So if your dividend is not over 1 million Naira, yes, I'm very sure if your dividend is not over 1 million Naira, we actually have been doing that. So when you see 10%, it's not like we've been taking 10% from people. No, we actually have been reclaiming dividends less than private, like you have dividend 100K, 50K, 30K, 200. We actually have been doing that already, and we keep doing that for you. I think this is an interesting question because I like to see questions like this. How would the SEC policy on fintech affect the stock market? I leave my boss to answer that. Abidin, could you take the floor?
Okay, thank you, Martha. So, in fact, I just answered the chat now that asks if you could have access to foreign markets. And like I told the person that asked that question, I replied that chat. We are currently forbidden from doing that. At the beginning of this year, we already started taking meetings with some foreign counterparts, with the hope of sharing APIs that will allow our clients, trade foreign markets from InvestNow. But with that publication and that stand by SEC, those discussions will have to be placed on hold for now until it's resolved. We saw with the, Bitcoin declaration by TBN as well that there are lots of engagement currently ongoing, and I'm sure in no too distant future, those little issues will be resolved because it's just the way to go. The world is a global village now, and everybody wants to have access to just more than the market. And since technology could allow that, so why would the regulators be just, why would they be closed-minded to it? So I think eventually the will of the investors will prevail. So it might just take time, but the will of the investors will prevail. So, but for us, for now, those discussions will put on hold until we get, clarity from SEC, since we are regulated by them, and we're also a listed company on the Foreign Nigerian Stock Exchange. So we don't want to go against the regulators. I don't know if that. Thank you.
Okay, that helps. Thank you, Abidin. So there are also some questions from YouTube. So I'm going to switch to YouTube now, so we can also answer their questions. Jay Barker says, due to the CBN directive on remittance to Nigeria as a customer, I'm not able to transfer Naira into your Naira bank account. I've attempted to send dollar into your bank account to buy shares, but my fund was returned. Do you have dollar domiciliary account that I can send my fund into now? Abidin, please, could you take that question?
Yes. Thank you very much, Martha. We do have dollar domiciliary accounts. So you can send us an email. We'll furnish you the account details. And for sending Naira into Naira accounts, I'm aware. And I have one or two clients that uses First Bank from UK, and they're able to transfer their money, conveniently, Naira to Naira. So you may also want to, reach out to your Nigerian bank to sort out that, to sort out that issue for you. But it's allowed, right? But if you want to do dumb to dumb, just send us an email. We'll send the account details. Thank you.
Thank you, Abidin. Another question from YouTube's Idika Jina. So Idika says, can I just fund my account and not trade, as I have no idea of trading? Idika, you can fund your account. Well, I will not even advise you to leave. What? We just taught you that trading is, you can't leave your money. Your money has to work for you. So even if you cannot trade now, like you can't do it yourself, we can put you through. We can help you take advantage of the market. We can do it manually for you until you're ready to, sit and fly on your own as a semi-trader, still with our advice you get and our research. But yes, you can fund your account, reach out to me, you can send your email, send me an email, and we'll carry on from there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jay Bako, I'm going to answer Jay Bako's question, especially if we have other old clients who are on this call. if you were on Invest Now, yeah, you're on Invest Now, you're a client here. I told you we just changed our trading bit to be able to meet up to give you the best. And he's saying that he went into Invest Now and he can log in with his old details. So if you're one of those people who you have a previous detail and you didn't get through, oh no, that's fine. All you need to do is that when you can send us an email, or when you get to Traders Invest Now, you click on reset password. I think forgot password, reset password. Pardon me if I can't remember that now. So you click on forget password or reset password. Or if you can't do that, you can send us an email address to customer service and new details will be sent to you so that you can access your platform. That's not a problem. Law, I can't pronounce your surname, so I'll leave it at Law. Is this username allocated by your company, or do I have to make a choice? A system generated, it picks some of your initials from your names and all, so you can generate it yourself. It's picked for you. But when you start using it, if the problems are you're going to forget it, no, it will always be there. Your username, you can save your username without saving your password. Yeah, it will be there, so you can always access it easily. Depriya says, I have shares in different companies I bought. With this SEC circulating with Trove, I want to know how to move those shares to this platform. I have an account with Invest Now. Advice. I'll read it properly because I don't think, so Abidin can also answer it. I have shares in different companies I bought through Trove. With this SEC circulating, circular circulating, I want to know how to move those shares to this platform. I have an account with Invest Now. Advice. We presently trade on, oh yeah, I'll let you take that, Abidin.
Okay, so if I get that question right, is it that the client has an series of investments on Invest Now or with other stockbroking firm, right? So if you have investment with lots of stockbroking firm and you want to consolidate, you can only do that via intermember transfer, right? So reach out to Mata and we'll take you through on how to do that. I don't know if that helps. Because if you have series, all sorts of investment domiciled in one stockbroking firm, then you don't need to move anything, right? But if you have it with more than 2-3 investment firms, that is when you might need to consolidate.
Okay, thank you for that. We have lots of questions. You get to a point, I'll stop the questions, but you can always send your questions to all our emails here and we would answer you and give you all your replies. Edita says, in the place of a username. Okay, yes, I think we've answered that. We have answered that. So I'll come back to Zoom. So people asking about other products. I'm seeing someone asking about women funds, for Wealth for Women funds. So to know more about other products, like I said earlier, if you were not on the call, you go to our website, www.unitedcapitalplc.com. You see all our products there, you get to read them. They're on the dashboard. So even before you open an account, you can click on them and you get to read everything and know everything. At this point, I think, you know, so everybody can enjoy the weekend. I would probably stop reading the questions, and I think we've been able to touch base on most of the questions. If you have more questions, you can send it to us via the emails you have there or to our customer service, or you could even reply the email that sent you your link. Kachi, yes, our AI boss. You could also reply and you get a response. Thank you very much for joining this session. I'm going to hand over to Abidin and Damilare. Damilare is our head of digital to close out the session, but I hope you had a very, very wonderful time. And like I said, we're on this journey with you. However you are, young, old, anything, we're ready for you. We have everything that suits your different personalities. I'm ready to go on this journey with you. Just send us a message, open an account, and you can't regret it when you're making money. You can never regret it. So thank you very much. My name is still Martha Ehizale. I work with the stockbroking team. I hope to see you guys in my inbox, and I'm ready to answer all your emails. So Abidin, do you have anything to add before we go off?
Okay, thank you very much, Martha. Nothing much, just to thank everyone on this call for taking our time and for really making it an engaging one. Because apart from taking our time from the question we've been answering, answering all along, I can see that the interaction is really, really interesting. We hope to see them come on board to enjoy this array of services. So once again, I'll just say thank you all. If you ask me the best time to invest, like the name of our platform says, is now. Now is the best time to invest, and let's invest wisely. The goal or the point is not to invest to buy cheap assets. Please always note that. Always know that the key word is quality assets. You want to buy quality assets when they are cheap. You want to sell when they're high. You don't want to be greedy, right? And don't always expect overnight returns. There's nothing like overnight return when it comes to investment. And investment is a deliberate act. You have to be deliberate about it. You don't need 10 million, you don't need 20 million to start investing. If you start with 10,000 on a monthly basis, that gives you 120,000 in a year. If you do that for 10 years, you have millions already in your investment portfolio. So let's all inculcate that habit. Let's invest in quality, and United Capital is here to make it as easy as possible for you. Once again, thank you very much. Damilare, you have the floor.
Thank you, Abidin. Thank you, Martha. And thank you to everybody who joined in this session. We do not take this for granted. It's been a very, very, very interesting session. We've had over 120 people join this session. And even up to this point, I think we're still close to 100 in this session. So it means we are taking lessons from this. We've tried to answer questions on the group chat. We've also tried to ask, we also have people listening via the YouTube channel. We have a few people there. We've tried to answer questions via that platform also. And some questions we'll not be able to do justice to them fully because of time. We know it's a Saturday and people want to go about their normal duties. So what we're going to do is, after this session, we're going to be between now and Monday, we would ensure that we send out the presentation slides to everybody that attended the session. Aside that, we'll be sending you our manual on the live trading platform. The manual will show you step-by-step guides on how to trade, starting from how to fund your account, which is the first thing you need to do. Fund your account on the platform, buy stocks, monitor your stock, sell your stock, request for withdrawal of your funds. All of that, will send you those manuals, and you'll be receiving daily updates from us on a weekly basis. Our research team will also add every email address here to our research database, such that every week you'll be getting stock recommendation from us. So we'll be telling you what stocks we recommend that you should buy for the week. So all of that is what we will do all starting from Monday. And so I think we are very, very excited about this. And all we are after is to ensure that the average Nigerian, everybody out there, has a basic knowledge of the stock trading market. We don't want people to think of, oh, 2008, I lost money, I'm not going back to this thing again. No. We want to correct that notion, because some people are making good money from this market. Good as in good money. Some people are buying houses from this market. Some people are buying cars from this market. This is somebody's 9 to 5 already today. I have a lot of friends, and this is their 9 to 5. This is where they make money from. So I won't talk too much, but as the days go by, then we would have these interactions. We would have this email sent to us. And if you have any issue at all, please, any issue whatsoever, please reach out to us. Martha, if you, yes, so I can see the last slide still shows our relationship managers and our head traders details. Please, any issue at all, please reach out to us. What we'll do again is we might possibly create maybe a WhatsApp group for those who are interested. So when you have issues, we can resolve them for you online, real time. Just not that you sent a mail and 10 hours after you've not gotten a response. No, we just want to keep this community together so that we can start making money also together. So thank you, everybody. And I wish us a wonderful weekend. and we'll be in touch. That is very definite. We'll be in touch. So have a great weekend, and my regards to your family. Thank you so much. Over to you, Martha.
Thank you very much, Damilare. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. I think we still have 69 people. So yeah, you've met a good number of the team. Again, working with us. We're amazing people, and we look forward to working with you. So just reach out to us on all our multiple outlets and start trading, start making money. What are you doing if you're not making money? So bye. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Have a good weekend. And don't forget, keep staying safe. My name is still Martha. Bye. Thank you.